Hey, Ryan from Askreddit Tells here, back again with another chapter of r/EntitledParents. As always, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and smack that notification bell to stay up to date on all the latest videos.
We have an announcement.
The following video is a part of a contest for you, the viewer, and the rules are pretty simple too. All you've got to do is watch the video till the end, leave a like, and then leave a comment under the video. If this video reaches 500 comments or more, then the best comment's gonna get $10 via PayPal. Pretty cool, right? So make sure you share this video with all your friends and family and get it to 500 or more comments, because the winner could even be you. Entitled Family verbally abused my 9-year-old daughter, calling her fat and worthless. I lose it. Obligatory on mobile, sorry for formatting issues, and English is my first language. Okay, for some background. I'm a father of a 9-year-old girl who's my whole world. Her mother and I split up 3 months after her birth when I found out she had been cheating. Naturally, I got a DNA test, and thankfully she was mine. Problem is, her mother doesn't care about her health. She feeds her whatever she wants and even gives her coffee and donuts for breakfast sometimes. It's a mess. I've called CPA and the police in the past for wellness checks, but it's gotten me nowhere. So since she was about 4, she's had weight issues. So now on to today's story that happened about an hour ago. Cast: EK1, entitled Kid 1, about 13 to 14? EK2, entitled Kid 2, same age, honestly look like twins, but definitely brothers. EM, entitled Mother. ED, entitled Dad. MD, my little girl. Me. So, my daughter is aware she's overweight. She's teased constantly at school, so I've made it a habit to visit her at least 3 times a week each week for lunch, as she always asks me to come so she can eat in peace from the bullies. This weekend was her weekend with me, and she's taken a liking to basketball, which I think is great, and she asked me this morning to go to the park down the road, our community, to shoot some baskets with her. Of course I say yes, and we go. When we get there, I park and I immediately notice 2 kids, EK1 and 2, sitting at one of those park tables, cussing and throwing a basketball back and forth at each other. I pay them no mind and we walk up to the court that isn't being used. I also notice 2 adults, which end up being our entitled parents, about mid-30s, sitting on a park bench about 30 feet away, smoking and messing around on their phones. We start shooting and she's having fun when I hear it. EK1, get the hell off the court, fat ass. We were about to use it and you're too fat to play anyways. Looks like you can't even make a shot. My daughter's 9 and still learning, mind you. EK2, yeah, maybe go home and use a treadmill. They both start laughing. Now, they said this with me right in front of them, and I'm pissed. I'm a big guy, about 6'1", 190, and unlike them, I don't like confrontation, but I'm not scared to engage if necessary. Me. Okay, first off, both you kids watch your damn mouths, and do not insult my daughter again. You really think that's okay? Insulting someone or something so sensitive and thinking it's a laughing matter? Your parents are doing something wrong. That's when the parents, who were still at the bench, hear me and join in on the fun. For them, at least. EM, who the hell do you think you are? Why are you yelling at my sweet boys? ED, you better watch what you say, dude. Me, your precious boys are standing here insulting my daughter and calling her fat. You two really think that's okay? To insult a child younger than them over something she's already bullied about at school? We were here trying to get some exercise in and play some basketball, and just have fun. I don't need to deal with you and your little punk-ass boys insulting her. Entitled Mom looks at me without blinking, like what I just said was specials at a restaurant. EM, so what? What's wrong with what they said? Look at her, she's fat, isn't she? They're being honest, she shouldn't be here. What the F? ED, yeah, they're doing her a favor, she's just embarrassing herself. I mean, look at her, dude. Then they all start laughing. Literally 2 teens and 2 adults laughing at my little girl while she's standing behind me and trying super hard not to cry. I lost my shit. Alright, listen you two, pointing at the parents, are effing trash. So they're being honest, and that's okay. Alright, fine. Here's some honesty. Your sons are punk-ass bullies, and I promise you eventually another kid will stand up for them besides and knock their teeth out. I, as a normal adult, effing despise bullying. You both are shit parents, and what you think you are doing for your kids is acceptable. ED, watch what you say about my wife and sons. Your daughter is fat. Deal with it, dude. MD, yeah, and you're a mean man and shouldn't say these things to people. She's crying and I'm pissed and even more upset after this. Me, watch what I say, or bud. What are you going to do? You and your perfect little family seem to think honesty is alright no matter what form, so I'm telling you adults, and I won't put up with any more of your bullshit. Especially if any of you say another word to my daughter. I swear you'll regret it. I was like maybe 3 inches from the father's face when I said this. Looking back, maybe I shouldn't have said you'll regret it, but I was pissed and in protection mode. ED just stares at me without moving for about 10 seconds with me not moving. Me, we're not leaving. My daughter just wanted to have a fun day at the park and I won't tolerate another negative word said against her. Test me if you want. ED and EM look at each other finally before EM scoffs. EK 1 and 2, let's go, we're going home. They begin walking away down the street towards their house. I'm watching them most of the way because I had a feeling they'd say something else, and I was right, sadly. When they were about 100 or so feet down the street, the dad yells, "Have fun with your fat daughter, punk, dude." And they hurry their walk. I start running after them, and I was done, not putting up with any more, when I hear my daughter in a calm voice. MD, Daddy, just let them leave. Now we can play alone. She's smiling, and I can tell she's right. She just wants to have fun and let this all be over with. Me, alright, sweetie, want to play horse? MD, yeah, you go first, and thanks for sticking up for me, Daddy. I'm so sick of bullies. Me, always, hun, and I know. Don't worry, let's just have some fun, and I'll always be there to help you when I can. I give her a hug. We had a good time for the next hour, shooting hoops, and then went home. Thanks for reading, guys, and don't put up with bullying. Edit. Thank you guys who gave the awards and everyone else for their kind words and support. If you are someone who's dealing with bullying, you're not alone, and don't forget that. Be the bigger person and know that if they're bullying you, you're in control. They are trying to elicit a reaction from you, and it's up to you to give them the satisfaction. I'd help you all if I could, genuinely. Also, to all of you saying fake, there are always on some posts. I wish it was, but unfortunately it's not. Mom blows up at Disney cast member, gets VIP seat to nothing. I was told to share this here. I was working at the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, or Epic as it was known to the cast members, and we had already closed the theater for the start of a show. When the theater gets to maxed capacity, we legally can't put more people in there because of the fire code, etc. This woman barrels up to me, gets within 6 inches of my face, and waves her paper FastPass ticket in my face. She demanded to be allowed into the show and screams that her child, a little boy no more than 6 years old, needs to see this show or his day is ruined. She was screaming so loud veins were popping out of the front of her head. I stood there calm and collected, explaining to her that the theater is full and we can't let anyone else in. She pushes past me with one arm holding her child's arm in the other. She marches straight to the ropes that block the entrance and tries to hoist her son over the rope. Before she gets that far, a manager walks up and puts his hands in the air to try and contain the situation. He offers to get the kid an ice cream and provide VIP seats to the next show, if she calms down and comes back later. After screaming about how rude I was to her, which I was not, she accepts the token of kindness. My manager turns to me and asks how long my shift is today. I told him I was off work at 6:30. He nods and he tells the irate woman that he will have me personally escort her to the VIP section down front. He writes her a ticket voucher for the ice cream and seats, and she fumed off with not even a thank you. My manager turns to me and apologizes on behalf of her, and then he asks me, "How many more shows do we have today?" I looked at the clock and realized it was after 5 p.m. and well in the middle of our last show of the day. I looked at my manager as a sly smile crept across his face. He had just given an entitled parent a VIP pass to a show that won't happen. Respect I already had for him had just skyrocketed through the roof. I was long gone by the time she came back, but I would love to imagine the look on her face when she came back at 7 for the last show. Kid got an ice cream and Mom got mad. It was a win-win. EM steals paracetamol out of my trolley. So in the midst of a global pandemic, I managed to break my foot. So they put me in one of those walker boots so I'm not completely one-legged. Me and my partner decided to get some bits from the shop tonight. We certainly weren't panic buying, but did buy some stuff extra so we could double up when we were cooking to freeze. I was leaning on the trolley a lot for support, and my partner was walking back and forth to certain aisles, leaving me to get some bits without making me walk too far. It's quite obvious I'm wearing the boots, as in the middle of winter I'm wearing a dress because I have no trousers. I can comfortably wear it with it on. Obviously, with a broken foot, I am in a slight bit of pain, and although I've been looking for painkillers, most seem to be sold out. But I went for a hunt and managed to find 2 packs left in the shop. I didn't notice the EM behind me at first, but I carried on limping away, when I heard someone clearing their throat a bit too obnoxiously. I turned around and smiled at her. She very typically Karen'd, and she had EKs with her around 6 or 7, and one about 10 or 11. And she was proper giving me the stink eye. EM, excuse me, can I have that paracetamol? Me, oh, I mean, sure you can have this one. I handed her 1 pack. EM, and? Me, I'm sorry? EM, I can see you have another pocket. Me, bewildered, yes? EM, well, are you not going to give it to me? At this point, I gestured down to my leg. Me, I'm really sorry, I'm in quite a bit of pain with my leg at the moment, and I need the painkillers. EM, well, that's not my problem. You should have been more careful. I have 2 kids. I need to make sure they're okay if they get this virus. Me, I mean, I'm sure 1 pack will do for now if they're okay. I'm sorry, but I'm going to buy these. EM scoffs, I can't believe you won't even help out the kids. I don't know why she got British there for a second. Me, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go. I limped along down the aisle when the older of the EKs ran in front of my trolley, stopping me dead, and the younger one went into my trolley and grabbed my packet of paracetamol. Then both ran off back to the mom. I turned around and she just smirked at me and walked off. My partner came back at this point and I told them what had happened. He was just as pissed off as me, but there wasn't much we could do at the time. As we went to the checkout, I noticed the EM unpacking her shopping. She didn't notice me, and I saw the paracetamol on the checkout line. So I reached across and grabbed both, hid behind my partner, and limped off to another line. I was watching her to see her reaction, and as she got to where the paracetamol should be, she looked down, looked to the line, and then looked up, utterly confused. That's when she spotted me. I held up the packets and smirked back. We paid and walked out, so I didn't see the aftermath, but it did give me a lot of satisfaction seeing the utter grimace across her face. And that, my friends, was our epic conclusion to today's Entitled Parents video. Did you like it? Make sure to check out some of our other stuff and even subscribe. Also, make sure to give this video a share to your friends and family because it really helps us out. As always, my name's Ryan from Askreddit Tells, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.